I'm disappointed in the Eagles because I'm disappointed in Jalen Hurts. Y'all know the Jalen Hurts that you all crowned king. Y'all know the Jalen Hurts as soon as he came out the womb, y'all like, he's a franchise. He's the savior. I'm disappointed in my Eagles because I'm disappointed in my quarterback, Jalen Hurts. Let me tell you something, fellas, and let me tell you something, Bucky Brooks.
Tell him
Jalen
something.
Hurts, 1 touchdown, 3 turnovers, 2 red zone turnovers. If Carson Wentz would have had 2 red zone turnovers in a 2-possession game, y'all would have been calling for his head. Leave the city of Philadelphia. Better yet, leave the entire, better yet, leave the country. Just go, Carson. Just go. You ain't got to go home, but you got to get the heck up out of here. But Jalen Hurts did it, and we're just like, Like, how can you not be disappointed in these Eagles? How can you not be disappointed in this quarterback? How can you not be? I told y'all this. I said I don't want a spark from Jalen Hurts. I need a fire. Eagles fans, we needed a fire for this whole team. We got a spark. That's what we got. Second possession of the game, Deshaun Jackson, 81-yard touchdown pass. But make this make sense. How the Eagles, 2 possessions, their first 2 possessions, how you have 156 total yards. Then your next 11 possessions, 5 punts, 3 turnovers. Come on now. That, to me, is why I am so disappointed. I mean, I'm going to give a golf clap to these Dallas Cowboys. I'll give a golf clap to these Dallas Cowboys. But I'm disappointed in the Eagles because Jalen Hurts, I guess for the first time all season, he looked like a rookie.
Boy, man, I just heard that, Diggy. Did you hear that? You out here hating, and then once again, trying to prop up big boy Carson Wentz, who doesn't need any propping because he knows he's out of Philadelphia. Man, I am more impressed with the Cowboys. I'm not even thinking about the Eagles in that situation. I'll tell you why. To compare Jalen Hurts right now in this stage of his career to Carson Wentz, you know that's nonsense, and I want you to keep your credibility, Acho. Let's not do that.
Got no
when
credit.
you're trying to supplant somebody or you're forced into action, one thing that we don't allow, which we should allow, is the opportunity for growing pains. And this was a growing pain game for Jalen Hurts, and it still was an amazing game. The dude still went out there and threw for 342, a touchdown, and 69 rushing yards. But you're like, if Carson Wentz would have been in there, Carson Wentz wouldn't have been in that position because he wouldn't have been the spark. You wanted a fire. Doug Peterson wanted a spark, but Acho was supposed to win over Doug Peterson. And that's how you get a fire.
There you go. Get a fire.
With a spark. Here's the thing what I loved about the Cowboys.
The Cowboys.
Ezekiel Elliott. Acho, you remember last week you would have cut him or traded him? Or you said, I want to bench him? Remember that? How did Tony Pollard do in comparison to Ezekiel Elliott? Because Ezekiel Elliott
9 carries, 12 yards.
Did he not have 121 yards? Yeah, Ezekiel Elliott went out there and balled out. But Acho doesn't like Ezekiel Elliott, or he doesn't like his performance. I get it, it's week to week in those situations, but Acho, you wouldn't even have had the opportunity to give to Ezekiel Elliott listening to yourself when you start going crazy on these random takes. One thing I liked also, Andy Dalton. Yeah, straight head up right there. Andy Dalton, his last 3 games, 66 completion percentage, 7-to-1 touchdown interception ratio, 117 passer rating. All of that sounds like almost Aaron Rodgers level in the last 3 games.
Okay, you done lost me now. You done lost me.
Don't die. You know what? We've been trying to stomp on the Cowboys all year, and if they take care of business and get a little bitty help, they're going to be in the playoffs.
All I'm going to say real quick.
Playoffs? Are you talking about playoffs?
I'm not impressed by the Cowboys, but it's impressed by the Cowboys and disappointed in the Eagles. Everything you said, Sel, was accurate. Like, I'm not pushing back against the accuracy of
not everything. I said Zeke had 121. He had 105.
I'm not pushing it back against.
I can be real.
But I'm not even pushing back against that. What I'm saying is this. The Eagles allowed Zeke to have his second 100-yard game of the season. So this isn't as much a Zeke thing as it's an Eagles thing. Because we know Zeke is in the worst stage of his career. We also know, based on the tape, he's in the worst shape of his career. So the Eagles allowed Zeke to go put up another 100 yards. Kudos to Zeke, but I'm saying that the Eagles did bad. The Eagles allowed Andy Dalton to have his highest passing yardage game since 2015.
So what you're telling me is your team just sucks.
But if you're asking me, impressed with Andy Dalton or disappointed in the Eagles, I'm going to be disappointed in the team that allowed Andy Dalton to do something he hasn't done in 4 years. I'm going to be disappointed in the team that allowed Ezekiel Elliott to do something he's only done once in the previous 15 games. Those dude balled. I get that. I'm not taking that away from them. But I am more disappointed.
Shout out to Texas Breed, new channel member.
These Cowboys players to do astronomical things that they haven't done very often. Buck, what you got?
I hear some of that.
I mean, so
Go ahead,
you had me
Bucky.
all twisted up because here I am ready to talk about how excited I am to see the Cowboys kind of find their way, how they found their way the last 3 games, and they're playing well. The offense is rolling. You guys are pouring dirt on Ezekiel Elliott. He said, hold on, not so fast. I'm still a dude. All this other stuff. But now I have to hear Emmanuel Acho talk about Jalen Hurts let him down. He tugged at his heartstring because he had 3 turnovers. All those turnovers in the 4th quarter, and they were down by 2 scores. So he's trying to make it happen. And then you talk about this leak defense where they found the guy, Michael Jaquette. I'll just call him Waldo because they were finding Waldo. They targeted him 9 times, completed 7 passes for 187 yards on him, and they took him out the game. My gosh, if they kept him in, they may have thrown for 300 on him. And so
I think he said he's ass.
Defending your boy talking about, well, if Carson Wentz was in there and he had those turnovers, we would have said, oh, my gosh. No, I wouldn't. I mean, that's Carson doing what Carson does. He turns it.
Carson does
That's
what
how he
Carson
played all year. I wouldn't be surprised. I just would have sipped my little drink and been like, oh, okay, yeah, Carson is having another game. But let's put the light on the Cowboys. The Cowboys are playing well. The Cowboys are playing their best ball heading down the stretch. And I'll say, they're the best team in the East right now when you look at how they're trending. Defense got...
And we can drag one of these core
damn commercials. Damn commercials.
That's cool.
Well, hello, friends. Mark Holmes here with my buddy Cowboy Joe Boo, as well as Joe Bear.
Takeaways in the last 3
it came
games.
back around.
Ezekiel Elliott had 100-yard games.
Let him finish.
They're 24-4 in his career when he gets over 100. And then Andy Dalton hit the 3 wide receivers who combined for 13, 300 yards and 3 scores. The Dallas Cowboys are rolling. Don't let your disappointment in the Eagles cloud the fact that Dallas is playing really well.
Let's take it a step further.
Damn.
It's not just his disappointment.
Did he say the Cowboys are playing well?
Carson Wentz is not there as the leader of a team that had a chance to make the playoffs, but have no chance right now
He
to
said
make the playoffs.
no
But the
chance in
Cowboys
hell.
do. Just need a little help, and they need to
No
handle their
chance
business.
in hell.
Acho went up here once again and told America something that wasn't exactly true.
Oh,
now, he
preach
says
it,
that,
preach it, brother.
Philadelphia, why would you let Andy Dalton go out there and do something
Because you
this
couldn't
year,
stop it.
right now against you guys that he hasn't been doing? Oh, wait a minute. Does Andy Dalton in December, and last time I checked, we just had Christmas, so December's almost over, have a better passer rating this month than Patrick Mahomes, Drew Brees, Baker Mayfield, Russell Wilson, Kyler Murray, Ben Roethlisberger, and Justin Herbert? My God. Just to name a few. See, Acho, what you're talking about is really your hurt, your pain over Carson Wentz's departure from this organization, which will be happening
his feelings are hurt.
thereafter. But I'm just going to talk about the Cowboys and what they're setting themselves up to be.
What are they setting up
Mike
themselves to be?
McCarthy has reset this culture. That's why they're playing their best football right now. And even if the Cowboys don't make the playoffs, you talk about the carryover effect of all of this good football in the month of December that will happen this offseason. What happens then? All we need is our quarterback back and Dak Prescott,
my God.
and we have something there.
Hey, we
I
get
told
some
you these
offensive
examples
line.
a few months ago, Acho.
He
Hopefully
told
you're
him.
listening now. This is the same situation that happened to the Tampa Bay Buccaneers
same
last year.
thing.
They had their quarterback, Jameis Winston. They went 7-9. They played well down the stretch. And all they said to themselves is, if we get a little better at that quarterback position with this newfound confidence, we got something. What about the Pittsburgh Steelers? That was 8-8 last year. And they had the same
maybe
mindset.
not.
All we need is our quarterback, Big Ben, next year, and we're going to do something. Dallas Cowboys putting themselves in the same position next year, regardless if they make the playoffs or not. The problem with both your take and Bucky's take is you all speak regardless of context. And context matters. I didn't lie to you, America.
You know what?
I said Andy Dalton has done something he hadn't done since 2015. He threw for 377 passing yards. That is not a lie. Have the Cowboys.
All right. Well, hello, friends. Mark Holmes here with my buddy Cowboy Joe Boo, as well as Joe Bear in the house. And as always, I want to thank you guys for watching, commenting, subscribing, and being part of the Joe Boo Sports Report. Without you guys, this literally does not work. So let's get open for business. And you see, the football gods have turned around. They said, hey, how about them Cowboys? How about them Cowboys? Okay, I know. First thing, listen. We got to take our victories in small doses. And I know I saw Sarah Green. What's up, Sarah? Oh, what a night. There's my girl Gina. Sheila Neal. I know I saw a Dak fan. Who else I missed? What other lovely ladies did I miss? What other lovely ladies? In case I missed you up early in the stream, in case I missed you, let me hit you right now. And if I missed you, you say, hey, Mark, here I am. Here I am. Here's one of the lovely ladies. Make sure you guys respect the ladies that are in here because most of them know more about football than you do. So, hello, friends, man. I'm excited as can be. You know, it's been rough. It's been rough. It's going to be quiet in here tonight. Mike, it's going to be quiet in here tonight, isn't it? It's going to be quiet. Up, Robbie Locke. Thank you very much for that super chat. Ooh, where's the... Are you writing these down, Mike? Mike. Because I ain't got a pen over here. Do I have, wait. Let me just grab this one here real quick. I tell you what. Mike's got it. Mike. Thank you, Mike. I can hear you. Oh, you can hear me? Oh, you're listening. Oh, he's listening to the show. Okay, all right. I couldn't hear you. You didn't respond. Okay, so we got my man Mike. Mike is over there. Look, check it out. Hold it. Look at this. See, we've upgraded. Okay, you can see my man Mike right there. Wave to the crowd over there. Mike, the camera's over there. It's over there. Yeah, there we go. Mike's working the soundboard over there. He's taking care of Alan Williams, who's now part of the Monster Truck Rally. Thank you very much for that. Cash money. So, the thing that I love, now I know I won't see Eagle fans in here now. I know I won't see Eagle fans because they're like cockroaches. They have run and hid. What?
Philip 100 says they need the tank.
Well, you know what?
That's gonna be hard to watch. That's gonna be hard to
George, was it Philadelphia that had the bet with you? I'm going to do a video, and I'm going to post that conversation because I know you sent it to me. Because, see, I'm going to point out how much of a cockroach that, you know, a man that's not of his word is a cockroach, okay? Up there. There's Jessica. What's up, Jessica? Whoop. Oh, wrong one, Jessica. Sorry. We changed some things up in here. Sorry, I've got. We're working on redoing the set, and so I've got a new. It's a bigger one. It's a bigger stream deck here for my sound effects, and I haven't gotten everything loaded, and I don't know where everything else is, and I'm not having the other computer that was up here, so you can get a clearer view of looking at Acho looking stupid. You see how you get that clearer view? Okay, so we're working on evolving and changing things. That's where we got Michael over here working the stuff and everything else to take care of us. But the funny thing is that I keep hearing from Eagle fans are all of a sudden this reservation, what is the right word? God, I can't think. I keep wanting to say reservation, but they ain't got no reservations for Jack. Revisionist history. Excuse me. I've got a little bit of dementia here. But revisionist history, now they're going through and saying, oh, well, our team is terrible. What do you expect? We had a rookie quarterback out there playing and everything else. We got people that are injured. All of a sudden, before this, they were telling us that we got no chance in hell, right? Isn't that what they were saying? Weren't they 2-point favorites coming to our house? Weren't they on a hot streak with Hurts? Hurts was playing, balling out, getting the team playing better. Weren't they the team that kicked our teeth in the last time? Isn't that what it was? That we were just garbage, just doo-doo, just nothing. Now all of a sudden it's like, oh, well, well, we had this problem and that problem and that problem. Michael, do you remember in the beginning of the game when we were down 14-3? Do you remember that? When we were down 14-3, Philly 500, we were listening, we had the exclusive Philly cam. Philly 500 was talking about, they're going to make a movie about Hurts. He's going to be just like Foles.
He has a movie.
What was it?
They said they'll make a movie about them when they win the Super Bowl.
Oh, when they go through one. Oh, Danny. Okay. All right. Shout out to Danny. Danny is one of a few Eagle fans that actually showed up. Shout out to you, Danny. You know what, Danny? You're my man. Danny, I tell you what, Danny. email me. I'll tell you what, Danny, you a real fan. I'm going to send you a shot glass. I'm going to send you a shot glass or a Philly glass. I'm going to send you a beer glass because, see, you're a real fan. I respect. In fact, I'm going to leave you alone. I respect a man that shows up good times and bad times. I appreciate that because most of those guys, they were coming in that first quarter. They were talking smack. So like you said, they were going to make it. He said they're going to the Super Bowl, right?
No, he said when they go to the Super Bowl with Hurts, they're going to make a movie starring
They're going to make a movie starring Hurts.
When they go to the Super Bowl.
This is a guy that 3 weeks ago was like literally he was bending the knee for Carson Wentz, wasn't he?
I don't think Philly 500 said. I think one of his fans said that on his
Oh
channel.
man! Yeah, and now all of a sudden, oh well, we were trying to tank. We were trying to tank. Yeah, man, we didn't want that game. Oh really?
Yeah, but the thing is though, if they win, they'll have a number 10 pick. If Washington wins our 19th pick, so it's like Eagles will be in better shape than Washington if they win.
Oh, there's Miss Anita. Anita Applebottom. Anita. You know,
Number 10 is better than 19.
True. 10 is better than 19. But see, you can look at the Giants and say, well, Giants had top 10 every year. And what did they do with it? What did they do with it? The only thing you can look at with the Giants and say, well, at least they didn't draft Haskins. Instead, they got Danny Dimes. But is that really that much better?
I think so.
I know Rashid says that the 8 touchdown passes and 9 interceptions, he's a winner. He's winning football.
If you try to compare the two, Dwayne Haskins and Danny Dimes, I would take Daniel Jones every time.
Okay, all right.
I mean, if you're comparing those two.
But if you say Danny Dimes or a potted meat sandwich, I'm taking the potted meat sandwich.
I'd rather take Danny Dimes.
I'm taking the potted meat sandwich.
Now, if you say Danny Dimes or Dak Prescott, I'm taking Dak Prescott every single time. I'm taking Dak Prescott every single time if you're comparing those two.
Hey, Robbie.
I ain't going to skip on that.
Robbie, don't hate the player. Hate the game. Miss Anita. Tierra, what's up? All jokes aside, we just showing the love because see, it used to be when the ladies would come in, we'd have idiots out there that would come in and start saying, why are women in here? Because I know what happened. They down in their basement, in their mama's basement. They never talked to a woman before in their life, and they're scared. They're scared. And I'm kind of like, it's nice having ladies in the man cave to dress the place up, especially ones that have so much knowledge when it comes to football. Okay. All right, so shout out to the ladies, okay? So don't just be cool. Just be cool. Listen, you guys that are in the basement, I'm gonna teach you how to talk to the ladies, man. Up, Lola, what's up, Lola? Lola, where you been? All right, so the Eagles, if we go through, let's go through. I'm still getting used to all this stuff, so bear with me. If we go to the tankology section up in here, let's take a look at the tankology. Tank. Right now, Jacksonville has locked up the #1 spot. Okay, and I believe on their website they put Trey Lawrence on their website.
On their Twitter.
On their Twitter,
Someone on Twitter put a jersey with him.
Right. So we've got Jacksonville with the first pick right there. Okay, Jacksonville. Then we got the Jets, the Jets. Don't ask me why the Jets, why they're all of a sudden playing good. Right now, they're playing better than the Giants.
Yeah, but
they're playing better. Listen.
No.
How crazy is it that the Jets have won 2 games in the last 2 weeks, and the Giants and Washington have won none? What happened? He said,
the same thing happened with the Bengals last year. They finally got their pick because Bengals got #1. And they won a game. So so they got the #2 pick. They're like, we can't do better than #2 if we win. So they won a game. That's what they did. They secured the #2 pick. So okay, let's win the game. They're going to feel better at the end of the season.
Can somebody please tell Mark what the F is he talking about? Because, hey, man, just be cool. Be cool, man. Texas, man, are you not entertained? You're not entertained? We were talking about kicking the Eagles' teeth in. You understand that? We having fun at the Eagles' expense, okay? Because they knew for sure that they were kicking our teeth. They thought for sure they were going. They had their brand new young quarterback. That quarterback, they said he's the best quarterback right now in the division. That's what they were saying.
He played good. He played good the first half.
But then he got a case of wentitis. He got a case of wintinitis and fumbled all over the place. But anyway, back to this whole thing. So the Jets end up winning. Well, this is what's crazy. The Jets have won 2 weeks in a row. 2 weeks in a row. Washington has not done that. The Giants did not do that. And the Eagles. How crazy. Ramon Perez, thank you for becoming a channel member. Make sure you email us at cowboysmark94@gmail so Mike can get you your shot glass out. So that's kind of crazy. And how would you like? Is anybody seen Eastside Shirley? I'm sorry, Eastside Harold. Anybody?
Well, don't
is he done? Is he officially out? I mean, we got all kinds of ladies in here.
Aren't they shipping out the number 4 pick?
Well, it's not number 4 now, Mike.
It's number 1.
It's number 3 because Cincinnati won another game.
Oh.
How would you like to be Eastside Shirley, seeing Hopkins in Arizona making Murray just look, making him look freaking fantastic? Seeing that guy and knowing that you got a worn down running back. And to know that your season has sucked. And because you traded for an offensive tackle, boom, you have the number 3 pick that's going bye-bye to Miami. Now, you talk about that sucks. I mean, basically.
Well, what happened was that second game, we got our ass kicked. Or the second half, we just got our ass totally kicked. We couldn't do diddly poo offensively. We couldn't make a first down.
Nothing.
We couldn't run the ball.
Nothing.
We didn't try to run the ball. We couldn't complete a pass. We sucked. The second half, we sucked. We couldn't stop the run. Every time they got the ball, they went down and got points. We got our ass totally kicked in the second half. That's what it boiled down to. It was a horse performance in the second half. Horse. I'm totally embarrassed and totally ashamed. Coaching, coaching did a horrible job. The players did a horrible job. We got our ass kicked in that second half. It sucked. It stunk.
And that's about it with the Texans. So I guess we won't see Eastside Shirley till next year. And then we've got Atlanta, the choking dogs that they are, the team that literally, I just can't understand how it was. They literally had the interception in the end zone that would have sealed the win, and he dropped it. Literally, they're cursed. The Atlanta Falcons are cursed. So they've got the number 4 pick, and then Cincinnati, which is all of a sudden going on a win streak, they end up now with the 5th pick. The Eagles are the 6th pick, the Lions 7, and the Giants currently are at 8, Carolina at 9, Denver at 10, and we sit at 6 and 9 with the 11th pick. Of course, the Washington football team, they are currently the 19th pick because they would be the lowest seed in the playoffs. So, what does that mean? Well, what that means is if we win at our 1 o'clock game, they got us at 1 o'clock, we got to wait until Sunday night for the Eagles to take on the Washington football team. If Washington wins, the division's theirs. They will literally limp into the playoffs on a 1-game win streak. And I dare say that the hottest team at the current time, the Dallas Cowboys, will be on the outside looking in. It would be, I guess a way to say it would be bittersweet if we ended up winning, beating the Giants, having a 4-game win streak, and still ended up with basically, the 11th pick or somewhere thereof. At least we could say, hey, we finished up the season having some momentum. We feel better about our team and, finished on a high note. And we can carry that into next year's. And, as my man put it, he's talking about Tampa Bay last year. The Tampa Bay, that their quarterback problem was Jameis Winston. They end up getting Tom Brady. They're a playoff team now. They're looking good. They have a chance and everything else. You could look at the Steelers, although the Steelers with that 3-game lose streak and stuff in there, I'm not sure that that's the best one to use. But they end up, getting Big Ben back, and you see the difference that they've made. Now, once my man stops twerking on the center of the field, maybe that'll help him some. But all jokes aside, to me, I know people keep saying, man, we're screwed up. We should have tanked. The Meat Church, what's up, man? Would I adopt a Jewish guy in his 50s? Well, I'm 55. I don't know if I can adopt you. I mean, you'd be about my age. But you, I mean, we can just say we all family. How about that? We can just say we're all family. The Eagles better not tank this game. And see this is the quadra here. The Eagles got nothing to play for. Nothing. And if you're the coach, you're looking at that and saying, you know what? We got the number 6 pick. If we lose this one, at least, you know, we'll have that number 6 pick. Or will this be Doug's job on the line? And if the players believe in Doug, maybe they go ahead and say, hey, man, we need to play and win this game for our coach, for Doug Peterson. I just don't know. I don't know. But then in the back of their mind, they're saying, but yeah, if we win, though, that helps the Cowboys get into the playoffs. They just kicked our teeth in. So I don't know. Maybe you guys can tell me and help me figure it out. Nate, what does that mean? We all Eagle fans this week. And that's the thing. I feel so dirty right now. Tay Cowboys, what's up? I feel so dirty because, Mark, if you're the Eagles, you want to win so you can keep Judd Collins and players generate confidence. Yeah, I agree with you, but in the back of their mind, they could have already checked out. They could already say, you know what, we got a whole mess with Carson Wentz in that situation. Hurts maybe isn't as good as we thought he was. We got all these injuries. You know what? We got COVID we're dealing with. I'm just ready to get out of here. Oh, Dallas Cowboys girl is. There you go. What's happening? So I don't know. I don't know how that's going to go. But first, we got to take care of our own business. We have to go ahead and kick the Giants in the teeth first. And to me, you know, I do a lot of talking. We all know I do a whole lot of talking, right? I'm crazy. But sometimes I say things that sound kind of crazy at the time, but they kind of come right. I'm serious. I told you guys what was going to happen. I told you after the Cowboys got jilted by the NFL, that was the moment that the Dallas Cowboys changed. That was literally rock bottom. And if you've ever had to deal with somebody who's got an addiction, you can want to help them all you want. You know, every week, you know, me and Vosh and Law Nation and all the other Cowboy YouTubers, we're in here trying to say, Cowboys, listen, you're messing up. You're doing this and this wrong, man. Can you listen? We're trying to help you. We're trying to help you. Nate, okay, I need to listen to it. I never heard of it. Okay, I don't know, Lola, what it is. Nate, so sorry. Oh, wait, Nate didn't say that in here. What did Nate say? What did Nate say? Did Nate say something crazy, Mike? Did I miss something? Nate? What's up, Nate? I need to go back to see what Nate. That's a limerick from Fat. Oh. That's a lyric from Fat Bottom Girls by Queen. Great song, a true lyric. Okay. All right. Okay, I went back for that. Okay. You wouldn't be surprised if the Eagles fired Doug. They're already in their only Super Bowl walk. Might as well let the head coach walk too. And I think that's a possibility because I think Lurie is kind of like, man, some of these play calling, some of the stuff that's going on, the wasting of Carson Wentz and that whole narrative and the Nick Foles and the statue and everything else. Thanks for the trophy, but we're going to move on. I can agree with you. Mark, EDP recently mentioned he's done with football for now. Did you hear that?
I mean, it's the end of the season. What do you expect?
Yeah, it's the end of the season. And he's probably all cussed out. He's used up every cuss word that there's known to man. He's probably made up a few more cuss words, and he's just tired. I mean, what will they have, 10 losses? 11 losses? That'll kill a man. That will kill a man. But anyway, I told you that after the Cowboys had that whole, you know, going after Jerry Jones and taking us off of Sunday Night Football, we have not lost a game. We have not lost a game. And you notice that the Giants haven't won a game since then. Have you noticed that? They were all hellfired. Oh, the Giants, they're the new hottie out here. We're going to put them in on prime time against the Browns. That game was so bad.
Worst rated game of the season.
Oh my, Mike! I swear, I now understand why Pizzle wears sunglasses. He was sleeping in the game. He was literally. I know he was. I swear. You go back. You go back and watch that Browns video of Pizzle. You'll hear him snoring because it was so boring. I was doing a 10-hour live stream and I'm just like, damn, I can't stay awake. This is just bad. But in the meantime, the Dallas Cowboys have turned things around. Now the question here's what we haven't heard too much lately. I think the Cowboys putting people on blast has worked for them. Think about this. DeMarcus Lawrence said, "We soft. We soft." Right? Ain't no excuses. We got to look at ourselves because we playing soft. And he started playing better. Didn't he start playing better? Now, we see the NFL takes away Sunday Night Football. All of a sudden, the team goes on a 3-game win streak. Right? Am I right? Right? People start talking about D-Law. He starts playing really well, right? And now, all of a sudden, we heard that Mike Nolan wasn't returning. Didn't we hear that, Mike? Mm-hmm. They said Mike Nolan will not be returning as the Dallas Cowboys coach. All of a sudden, the defense is getting takeaways. And you can say that it's Zeke Elliott running better. You can say the wide receivers aren't dropping passes. You can say that Andy Dalton, I keep wanting to say Carson Wentz. I don't know why. But Andy Dalton is playing better, or the offensive line. No, I'm going to tell you what's playing better. Carlos Fisher, thank you very much for that. I'm going to say that the biggest thing is we're getting takeaways. And I didn't pull this up. Let me pull this up. Damn it. I'm just not prepared. I'm not prepared today. Mark, you stink. Let's look this up real quick. If you were a follower of mine early in the season, team takeaways, I was telling you that we were on pace. The worst season in the history of football was 2018. Derek Jr. Videos, let's win the division and at least one playoff game. Oh, Derek, thank you for that. Thank you very much for that cash money. Here we have, right here, bam, takeaways. We were on pace to break the record, which was 7 takeaways for a whole season, held by the San Francisco 49ers. We were on pace to have 6 the first 6 games of the season. We were terrible. I mean, terrible. And see, the thing is that's one of those stats that, you don't see it on the scoreboard, but that's one of those stats that's key. And you look at where we are right now. Look at this. We've moved all the way up from 14, where we were the bottom. We were 32nd at taking the football away. And all of a sudden, we have worked our way all the way to 14. And in the last 3 games, look at this. Can you see my arrow right here? Look at this. 3.3 takeaways a game. Right now, take a look. Take a look at everybody else in here. There is nobody, and I mean nobody, anywhere close to that. You got Miami, which is getting 2, which is one reason why they're doing really well. But look at that. Nobody is over 2 other than the Cowboys. You can look at that one statistic and say that is the difference, because before that game, we just weren't taking away the football. And it's one of those things that we preach about over and over and over again. Go back to 2014, the last time we were a ball-hawking team. That was 2014. The defense gave up a lot of yards, but we were second in the NFL in taking the football away, which led us to so many victories. And I'm telling you that literally one turnover is a 14-point swing. You don't believe me? That fumble that was questionable. You had the Eagles. They were driving down there, They're getting close to the red zone and everything else. And all of a sudden, and they're feeling good. They are feeling freaking fantastic, right? All of a sudden, if they get a touchdown, boom, that's 7 points. Instead, we take the football away. It's a fumble. Maybe we finally got a payback, call for us. And we go down and we score. That is a 14-point swing. And I don't know if we didn't get these turnovers, these takeaways, in the last 3 games if we blow these teams out and score as many points as we do. And that is key. And the one man that, oh my God, that's been a one-man wrecking crew, and you have to be happy for, is one Randy Gregory. Randy Gregory has been on a tear. If you look at it, look at this. 3 forced fumbles yesterday. They don't have tackles for loss on here. Okay. Quarterback, oh, here we go. Quarterback hits. Look at it. 2 quarterback hits, 3 forced fumbles, and 6 tackles. Now, a couple years ago, when he was still knee-deep in suspensions, people would say, man, why are they keeping that crackhead on the team, man? They need to just cut their losses. And I was kind of like, dude, you do realize he's only costing like $100,000 a year. Well, you know, that's all he was costing, you know, in dead money. They weren't actually paying him. It was just dead money. And it's kind of like, you know, if he never plays, okay, big deal. You know, it's $100,000. That's not going to kill our cap. But if the guy comes back and can play, you know, maybe he's been preserved by the weed. You know, I don't know. But you look at what he's doing and coming along, to think that he didn't have a training camp, he didn't have OTAs, and he ended up joining the team after week 5. Imagine if he can actually finish off the season, you know, 1 more week without any injuries, and then all of a sudden have actually a full training camp with no distractions. Mark's in the weeds again? In the weeds again? What are you talking about, dude? I don't get y'all. I don't get y'all. But it's okay. It's okay. It's cool. It's cool. Say what you want. You know I don't have a script. I come down here, I sit down, I read comments, and I say what's on my mind. And if my mind is in the weeds, my mind's in the weeds, okay? You can either enjoy me being in the weeds and me just kind of spinning all over the place, or you can check out somebody else. Dak fan, what's up? Thank you very much, Dak fan. And by the way, there's something else in the mail for you today. Michael Anthony Fitness took that out, so keep an eye out for that replacement glass and a little something extra. Don't worry about it. But George. Was it Philadelphia and you that had the bet? Let me make sure I check that. Let me know if that is, because I want to make sure I put your name into that. Or maybe I just need to look at the email. That's what I need to do, because I definitely want to get that squared away. But the takeaways are the key in getting that pressure, and you can see what they ended up doing. They ended up taking CJ and they used him as a spy with Hurts. And early on in the game, here's what happened. I remember sitting right there in my chair, and having my man John, DMV Dallas Cowboys, in there. And when Hurts was making some of his early runs, you could look and see that they weren't keeping lane pass rush integrity, okay? And I said, this is the key, because if you give him a lane, he's going to shoot right out of there and start eating you up. He's going to start picking up yards. He starts picking up yards. Then you're going to be worried about him running, and then all of a sudden he's going to be able to dink and dunk these passes right over the defenders, and all of a sudden you're going to have big plays. And that's what started happening early in the game. But something happened. Something clicked. Although I will say, and I don't know if this is true or not, it's a thing I saw on Facebook, so I can't verify it. Oh, there's Miss Jackie. What's up, Miss Jackie? After the Cowboys went down 14-3, I don't know if anybody was mic'd up over there. I remember seeing Sean Lee. Everybody else is kind of sitting around, right? Sean Lee's got his helmet, and you see him in there talking.
No, he's being a coach.
Well, I don't know what he said. I wish they had a mic on.
No, he was being a coach. That's a coach-like move.
Well, it is.
No, that's a Chris Richard move. That's what Chris Richard would do.
That's a team leader move.
That's
David Wiley.
That's a Chris Richard.
Okay, again. Look, he getting all animated over here.
No, because I like Chris Richard. I mean, it's a Chris Richard-like move. Because he would always get in the guys' faces when they messed up.
Right.
One of the few ones that was coached at that time that would get people's faces.
Okay. In their faces, or, sometimes you need to get in their face, Other times you need to kind of give him a hug, because we saw Chris Richard do that too. And that's where you look at it and say, yeah, we need Sean Lee to be a leader on this team, even after he doesn't play, because the guy knows football. But whatever it was,
he's a motivator. You could tell he motivated those guys to get on that field and play better.
Right. But whatever it was, here's the thing. We gave up 14 points. I see Sean Lee over there talking to them, and everybody's looking. Nobody's over there like, shh, look at this fool.
No.
Everybody is following his lead. And from that point on, they only gave up 3 points.
Sean Lee was Chris Richard's, what do you call it, teacher's pet. Because every time you saw Chris Richard, Sean Lee wasn't far behind him.
Okay.
So he learned from the best.
Well, all right, so here's the thing now. Okay, I'm gonna put this out there and ask you guys. So first we were on the bandwagon of saying D-Law is overpaid, he's a bum, trade him, get him out of here, right? D-Law comes through and says, man, we playing soft. I'm soft. He turns around, now nobody's talking about him going anywhere, right? Right? Am I right?
Because he played better.
Okay. You know, we went through and we got rid of Dontari Poe, we got rid of
that was the first mistake.
Darryl Worley, Everson Griffin, we got rid of those guys, right?
That was the first
and we installed my man, the Canadian Bulldozer stuff, right? The defensive line played a little bit better. We still give up a lot of points and a lot of yards, but they started playing better because we were saying everybody needs to go on this defense. Everybody sucks. We need so much. But all of a sudden, the defensive line started playing a little bit better. We got Randy Gregory, who got some time underneath him, and now you look at Randy Gregory and say, oh, damn, that boy is good. That boy is good. That's what I say. I don't know about you guys, but I say that boy is good. And you say, yeah, I'm glad we held on to him. You look at the Canadian Bulldogs, you say, yeah, man, that guy's a player, right? Now, linebacking, that's our biggest weakness right now. And, of course, we started getting some of our D-backs back. So, all of a sudden, they're playing a lot better, except for that 81 pass completion to Deshaun Jackson. Why they didn't go back to Deshaun Jackson anymore, I don't know. But it was cool. It was cool. So, now the defense is becoming one of the best takeaway defenses in football. Does that now mean that they start re-looking at Mike Nolan? Mike? Mike. I said, now that the defense is taking the football away and doing better, does that mean Mike Nolan is still fired? Is he still on the hot seat? That's my question. I
think Kellen Moore's on the hot seat.
Well, Kellen Moore. No, well, okay. Other news of Kellen Moore. And yes, I'm all over the place. I'm all because there's so much news with the Cowboys. So just understand it, okay? Here's the thing. Here's the thing with Kellen Moore. Kellen Moore has already interviewed. Kellen Moore is truly interested in being the coach at Boise State. He said there's mutual interest. Right now he's saying, we're going to concentrate on the New York stinking Giants right now, and we'll deal with that stuff after the fact. But we know he wants to be the coach there. And quite frankly, I can understand that because, I could be the offensive coordinator of the Dallas Cowboys and under the microscope, or I can end up being the head of my university. I can be the lead dog, and if I do well there, I can work up the chain, and without having the pressure of being the offensive coordinator for the Dallas Cowboys. So there's that, and you have to think that Mike Nolan may be thinking anyway that I might be looking to go elsewhere. That Kellen Moore was the guy that was kind of handed to us. I know he said all along, "Oh yeah, I love Kellen Moore and all that," but he said Mike Nolan said a lot of things to get the job. He said a lot of things to get the job. We were told about analytics, and I'm sorry, some of the calls we made, I don't see analytics being the thing on there. So, changing the offensive coordinator, that's one thing. But now, if the Dallas Cowboys continue this 3.3 tear next week, if they somehow turn it around and the defense helps lead them to the playoffs, I'm not sure you still can fire Mike Nolan. Because you could look and he can say, hey, man, this year was a COVID year. Yeah, we were ass when we started out, but you threw me with all these players that I knew nothing about. You brought me some trash-ass free agents, and I had to coach people up, and I didn't have time to coach them up. And now that we've kind of gotten through here and I've got a chance to work with the guys, look what we got. Look what we got. I'm just listen. When we go through, let me go through again. Pull that back up one more time. We were 32nd in taking the football away. And right now, we've moved all the way up to 14th. And we are, for the last 3 games, we have taken away the football more than any team in the NFL by far. By far. We've taken the ball away 10. The next closest team is 6. So you have to look at this if you're Mike Nolan and say, hey, bro, I've done something here. Now, I don't know. I'm just putting the question out here. We can't afford Romo. Alan, wait a minute. Who's saying Romo? Romo's not coming out of... why would Romo... Romo makes more money than John Gruden, who's on the sidelines getting cussed out every week. Being a football coach is a 365-day-a-year job. Right now, Romo's got it made. He got 17 weeks of football and then playoffs, and then he got golf all off season. He spends time with his kids. He's not sleeping at the office. He got it made. And he's making about $10 million a year. Why would he change that? Let me go back and coach the Cowboys. Come on, man. Come on. Let's be real here. But we do need to take care of our sponsors right here.
I fire Howard. Fucking fire him. Stupid motherfucker! What an idiot! What an idiot! Dallas has Amari Cooper and Gallup, but we don't need a receiver. Are you kidding me? I don't want Justin Jefferson. He's ass. He's stupid. I fired his ass. I fired his ass. I mean, how he's got to be stupid. What are you doing? You just let Dallas take him. You.
Aussie Thompson, that's a good question. Is it Mike Nolan or the players? What I'll tell you, here's what I will tell you. Okay. Was it the players before or the system? Because I remember seeing Xavier Woods literally looking like he's the lead blocker for running backs, losing guys left and right. I saw plays where I saw Tyrone Crawford where his job is tackle, and he's outside of the defensive end on pass rushing, leaving lanes for quarterbacks to run. Right now, I'm seeing the players in positions that they're supposed to be. So was it they didn't know where they were supposed to be before because they hadn't learned the system? Was it the players that we had out there that couldn't do it? In which case, that's not the coach. If you had coaches players that couldn't perform, how can you say it's the coach? If the players are now getting successful that are playing where they're supposed to, how are they being successful without the coach? It's kind of like the chicken and the egg, I think. I think some of it is they're getting more familiar with what they're supposed to do in the system, that they're not having to think about it as much. They're doing more reacting because, a couple of times, I think my wife's fantasy football team is winning the Super Bowl. A couple of times in there, you saw them where we had the defensive end standing up as linebackers. And they're beginning to seem like they're beginning to kind of be able to do this hybrid granny hips. Who got granny hips? Due to us playing good defense, Jerry will bring back Nolan and say, if we have a training camp. And see, I agree with you 100% on that one, Tyrone. That's my dad's name, by the way, FYI. Oh, my goodness. It's Philadelphia underdogs. Cowboys think they won last week, but really they lose twice. Now no playoffs or higher pick. Eagles will lose on purpose. Oh, really? Oh, okay. So when your team is just garbage, so now all of a sudden, Philadelphia, you have that you've changed your mentality that, oh, you wanted to lose yesterday. Is that what you're trying to tell us, man? Is that what you're trying to tell us? Come on, man. Come on, Philadelphia. I respect you for at least showing up. But back to, didn't you have a bet, though, Philadelphia? Let me ask you about that bet because my man actually sent me a screenshot from that bet. You remember that bet, Philadelphia? Hey, Philadelphia. Philadelphia. I'm talking to you, man. Come on back, Philadelphia. Oh, Crawford is granny hips. Oh, I got you. Yeah, I tend to agree with you on that one. He spent all day coming up with that. I tend to agree with you that he's definitely hurting in the hips right now. There's Lions sleazy bet watcher. You lost $1,000. Yeah, there it is, George. So I think Philadelphia just left the building. I don't think he's coming back right now. I thought Philly was winning the division. Yeah. Hire Matt Patricia. If Matt Patricia's been fired. Philadelphia underdogs. Well, look who decided to come out and play. The way you he's gonna come up with something. Oh no, he didn't send me his PayPal information or something. You know how that's gonna roll. Bye roasted eagles, anyone? Because you see he's not responding. And we got plenty of witnesses here. Come on, Philadelphia. Come on, don't be a cockroach. Come on, man. Philly got put out the race by Andy Dalton. You're right about that. Where's my can of Raid? Damn, boys. Eagles. Look. Y'all looking for some red meat. Look at that. Y'all looking for some meat. Y'all want to beat up some poor Eagle fan. Late Night Hype came up with granny hips. I believe Big Game James. That sounds like Big Game James. Because Big Game James comes up with some funny stuff. Because I remember he had the Carson Wentz against New Orleans where he threw interceptions. And he's up there, interception. You know, does anybody else miss Carson Wentz? Anybody else out there miss Carson Wentz? You know, it's kind of like after the Eagles won the Super Bowl, we can no longer use like ringless wonders. I really miss him. Avoid the subject all the way around. He's talking about, no, we ain't got no choice. That's what we want. We want a high draft pick now because you suck. You stink. And the sad thing for you Eagles is you guys are in trouble. Oh, okay. So if the Cowboys make the playoffs, so that's the bet that the Cowboys is not beating you guys. Oh, okay. I'm gonna have to go. He screenshot it and sent to me. I'll check it out. I will check it out and we'll see. Okay. I'll check it out. And shout out to Gerald Colbert. You know, but here's the thing with Mike Nolan. I talked with somebody who had direct knowledge with Mike Nolan, okay? And I trust him because he's been one of the best linebackers since he got to New Orleans. And he put his stamp of approval for Mike Nolan. He said, you know, you got a good one. He said, you got a good coach. Was it good, Jesse? Jesse, was it good? Was it good? Okay. I did that like 5 minutes before I came on. And I uploaded it while I was on here. I didn't know if it was even uploaded yet. But was it good? That's all I want to know, Jesse. Because I had to respond. I had to respond to a cockroach. Do you really think the Eagles will try to win? They don't want us in the tournament. But see, it may be that they're paying for Doug. Well, I don't know. Maybe actually winning would end up being the end of Doug Peterson's job. I don't. It's crazy. And here's the other crazy thing is you still have the Washington football team that's holding up Catherine Pitts. Up. We got a new lady in the house. Oh, what a night. The crazy thing is we don't know who's going to be quarterbacking the Washington football team. They might have a Heine playing. Okay, we know it's not going to be Haskins. We know it's not going to be Haskins. We know he has left the building. Oh, what? You think I'm beaming? You think I'm worried about that sand flea? Pizzle? He's looking for... You know what? You know what it is with Pizzle? Pizzle literally wants what we have. Seriously. He's jealous. He sees all you beautiful ladies up in here. You know, what is he always talking about? I'm making babies, and all this trash, right? That's all he got. He wants to be part of the Dallas Cowboy. He envies us. He's sitting there talking about, I want one of those racks. You got to come work for me. You know, I want you to bend it. He's looking for attention. He's crying out because he's hurting so bad inside. You know, bullies. The reason why bullies are assholes aren't because they're just assholes. It's because they have low self-worth. They feel better when they can make somebody else feel worse. That's what that is. He knows that he's got a trash-ass team, that his only hope was Jason Garrett, and they are the second worst offense in the NFL, and they have their guy. They know they can't draft players. You've seen some of the first-round picks that they've made. They stink. And as bad as this season has been for us, here's how bad it is. We look at this season and say, man, this is a disaster. We might win the division at, 7-9. That sucks. You know, it's been so bad for the Giants. If they could win at 6-10, they'd say, oh, hallelujah, that's the Super Bowl. And coming up into this week, that's what this is. For Pizzle, this is literally their Super Bowl. This is it. He's got nothing else. It's like, what?
I've lost my mojo.
Oh, wrong one. Wait, sorry.
Junior.
You're out! Don't you do it! Don't you!
Don't you do it.
I got nowhere else to go! I got nowhere else to go!
He got nowhere else to go, man. He wants what we got. He got nowhere else to go, man. This year and last year we sucked. But Champ. I can't see. My glasses aren't good. You wouldn't. Blue Rub. Hey, Mike. Blue Rub says he saw Kyle Pizzle's video. You don't want that belt back.
Yeah, I want it back.
Not unless you get a gallon of Lysol to dip it in.
I want it back.
Okay.
If we win, I want it back.
Okay, you got some rubber gloves? You definitely want to put some rubber gloves on it. Tierra B. But at least he didn't put it. At least he didn't put the giant trash on it. He didn't denigrate it like Philly 500 did. Stop betting when you can't pay your debts. Ooh, we throwing some shade at him. Okay, explain the bet. Yeah, well, Philadelphia. Yeah, explain the bet then. That way we can get it clear. Nothing is fake because Mark has the screenshot. Oh, it is, and I mean, I tell you what, Philadelphia, I will pull up the screenshot and I'll use that as my thumbnail and I'll do a video about it so that way we can go through it. Shout out to JMU's Jimmy Moreland, baby. Yeah, JMU's actually put in quite a few players in the NFL. Is Mike getting the belt back? Well, I don't know what the deal will be between Cop Pizzle and Michael.
I guess it's a belt for a rack.
Well, no. You need to make your own bet. No. I'm gonna make that clear. You and him have the. Listen, I've already sent him a message. He wants one of the racks. I'm putting the rack up, and I'm putting something else that will be near and dear to his heart. I was actually at their last Super Bowl, and when they won, confetti fell out of the sky, and I've got some of that confetti. So I'll put some of that confetti in one of those racks. I want to know what that jackass, that swamp rat's going to put up. He's already got his head shaved, so that's out. Oh, always a lady. What's up? Trade Wentz to New England. They're getting a whopping tonight. They don't want that trash. Philadelphia's about to be exposed. How many sacks does Tank Lawrence have in 2 years? Last year, he's got about 10.5 sacks, I want to say. Maybe 11. He's got a lot of quarterback hits, and he's got a lot of tackles for losses. I'll give you that much. And he's definitely getting the lion's share of attention. drafting the top 10 isn't that big a deal this year unless you're looking for a quarterback and a couple of offensive linemen, or Cowboys still will be picking. Well, and here's the other thing too. But Derek, you can look at the Giants and say, 2017, 2018, 2019, and 2020, they picked up and picked in the top 10, and they're still trash. They're still trash. You can look and say, we had a better draft with what we did picking at the, what were we, 21st? No, where were we? I'm sorry, we were 16th this year. I'm sorry, I'm having a brain fart. I think 16th. We picked a 16th, and you look at the picks that we ended up getting, 16 or 17. Was it 17? Yeah, somewhere in there. I can't remember, damn it. But 15, 16, 17, somewhere in there is where we were. But you look at what we got with CD. You look at what Diggs. You look at the Canadian Bulldozer. You look at Tyler Bad. We had a monster draft, and we weren't in the top 10. Michael Anthony Fitz probably has COVID on it in the vaccine before you put it on. Wow, man. Yep, trash. Earl Thomas. I think Earl Thomas is done. I think Earl Thomas is out of here. Y'all are talking. Jason Renfro, thank you very much for the. I got to do this because Philly 500 is a jackass.
Aren't they lashing?
Yeah, they're in bed together. See, they're teaming up. They're tag teaming against the Dallas Cowboys Nation because they know they're weak. So this is what people have been talking about here with the Pizzle. I hate to get down and dirty with a swamp rat, sewer rat, jackass, whatever you want to call him, but here we go. Damn this fool.
Yeah! You stay right there for a second.
Look at this fool.
Now let me say this
Go ahead
before I
and
get
say.
to the goodies of this video.
Mm-hmm.
And believe you me, this video is the goods. This is the one when you're up at 3 a.m. in the middle of the night and you decide to make a YouTube account, and after you get done making that account, you ask yourself, why the hell did I make this account? You made this account for videos like this one. Yes, sir.
He needs a downer.
Yeah!
He really needs a downer.
Before I get to the goodies, let me say that, no, I'm not happy. I'm not happy about
That your team got your teeth kicked in?
No, the circumstances aren't perfect.
Uh-huh.
No, they're not ideal. And yeah, you have some YouTube channels, some especially ones that are repping the NYG, that they've already told you to think about 2021.
Uh-huh.
They've told you to already start thinking about this.
Mm-hmm.
Or they're the kind of content creators that always talk about the doom and the gloom.
Uh-huh.
But you know Pizzle's position, and that's always
Delusional fan
staying
is
in
what
the
it is.
fight.
Delusional
And a lot
fan.
of those other content creators, a lot of them booger eaters, and I don't see to say no names, you know who they are.
Booger eaters? What's up with that?
They're in a chaotic mindset right now because they don't know what the fuck to think. They don't know what the fuck to think. But a
Hey, watch your
like
language.
Pizzle, he lives for chaotic situations.
Yeah, chaotic
He
is right if
thrives
you're a
in
Giant
these
fan.
chaotic situations because we know that in the 60 minutes time, there's always going to be that minute or two where shit's going to get real sloppy. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, uh-huh.
I told everybody
He got the crazy man
I
laugh.
got down on my hands and knees and I begged the football gods, please, just let the Giants make it to week 17 with everything on the line. That's all I asked.
That's all he has.
You delivered. And you delivered straight to Pizzle.
Uh-huh.
Everything on the line, week 17, sign me the fuck up.
Uh-huh.
5-10, 10-5, it don't fucking matter. NFC East is on the line. You know where Pizzle stands. There's no, what do we do? What the fuck? I don't know.
He's entertaining at least. He's at least entertaining.
Say your prayers.
Catherine Pitts.
What's
Dude is crazy.
Yeah!
Oh,
Now,
Lordy. There it is.
let's get down to business.
Yep, let's get out of business.
A lot of you have been asking me week in, week out, Pizzle, why is the Cowboy star on the belt? Why have you not replaced it? Because, ladies and gentlemen,
He knows he's not going to keep it for long.
There as a reminder to myself and each one of you. Because I said to you weeks ago, that if the Giants are going to be the Giants again, if they're ever going to do anything, they're going to have to beat their rivals.
That's right.
And if we
you
want to
beat the man, you got to beat the man.
We got to beat the Dallas Cowboys. So look at it good. Look at it good. I want you to stare at it each and every morning when you wake up.
This guy crazy.
And I want
He's
you
so
to tell
crazy.
it the same thing that I tell it every morning when I see it. We're going to kick your ass.
He doesn't get out much, does he? He doesn't get out much.
This belt used to belong
Look at this fool.
to Michael Anthony Fitness.
Mm-hmm.
Where's the fucking fitness, geek? Matter of fact, he's still making podcast videos called The Champ Is Here. How can you be a champ when you got no strap? Now, everybody knows that a year and a half ago, I set out on a quest. I set out on a journey to climb the highest mountain that everybody said that Pizzle couldn't climb. They said, Pizzle, you can never climb the Philly 500 mountain. You can never climb the Mark Holmes mountain. Well, ladies and gentlemen, I'm at the top of this sumbitch, and I don't see nobody up here with me.
Oh, Lord. Ain't nobody going to go anywhere near you, you crazy bastard.
So here we come. A year and a half, full circle.
Oh, boy. WWE, anybody?
And I told you this is the reason why you signed up for YouTube. Mark Holmes.
Oh, here we go.
Baby
Yes.
boy wants his strap back so he can actually call himself a champ. Now, I'm going to be honest to you.
Be honest
If
to
your
me.
boy gets this belt back, he's going to say, Dad, this smells funny. It smells funny. You know what that smell is?
Smells
it's
stank,
called
huh?
sex.
Stank
It's called
ass is what it
sex,
smell
baby.
like.
Something you don't know nothing about, geek.
Ooh, boy. It smell like
Mark
stank
Holmes.
ass.
If your boy wants his strap back, and I know you guys are going to make 1,500 videos this week, and you best believe this is going to be here every single day.
It'll be
This is all that
$1,499.
you have to do. If the Dallas Cowboys beat the New York Giants,
If.
well, I will fold this strap up, I will put it in the box,
Mm-hmm.
and I will send it back home where it apparently belongs.
You're right. With the
If the Dallas
Cowboys, the
Cowboys
real
beat-
winners.
But, Mark,
He's having sex with a blow-up doll.
don't be mad at me, Mark. Your baby boy got you in this one.
Oh, boy.
A lot of people have been asking me, Mark, to go get your Joe Boo doll.
Oh, no, There ain't
I
no
don't
more
want
Joe
the
Boo bets.
doll, Mark.
You don't want
No.
that.
I got a little girl around here, little baby doll, and I don't need her to be freaked out by your toys. No, Mark, you see, a guy like you,
A guy, what? Like me?
a
What?
guy like you needs to work for Pizzle. I want you to work for me, Mark. So I've been seeing you build some of those little custom shelves that you've been building. If the Giants win, I want you to build me a shelf. Somewhere that I can put on my beautiful wall back here.
A
I want
trophy?
the back of it, Mark, to say custom made for Cod Pizzle himself. Yeah! Custom made, Mark. I want you to engrave it on the back. work for me, Mark. You're gonna work for me. You hear me? You want your son's strap back, you gotta work for me. That's all it is. Giants lose, you get your belt, you ain't gotta work for Pizzle. Giants win, you make your little videos making Pizzle's shelf and work for Pizzle. My time! And Mark, during my time, won't be no cell phone time.
Interesting. Okay, so I'm here. We found more Cowboy fans. We finally found the one Giant fan here.
They fucking suck. They need to get it together.
You heard it here first, guys.
Rashid, that's for you, buddy. At least he is not in denial. Actually, I'm hoping Eli continues to play.
Don't say about it.
He always be dropping.
Yeah, but listen.
Oh, boy. All right. So we're getting out of here. It's been a great. Peace out. You know, Piz, there's nothing like a nice sipping rum. Not that cheap rock gut that you get, not that Mad Dog 2020, 7-Eleven store alcohol. You get some nice aged rum. And you know how it gets that color? Because it's in those oak barrels. Slowly aging and getting that color, getting those notes. You can kind of smell it. And when you take a little sip of it, because it's a sipping rum, not a shot, because see, that cheap shit you get, you got to take in shots because you just can't sip it. It's just smooth. It's got that nice, smooth taste going down. You don't hack on it. It's smooth. It's tasty. And it's good. You know what else is kind of smooth and tasty like that? I know you don't understand this, man. I know you don't understand the feeling because you have not had it very long. Or excuse me, you haven't had it in a long time. And that's a victory over the Dallas Cowboys. Just like this Zaya rum, aged for 15 years, beating the New York stinking Giants, it's smooth. Makes you feel good, son. Makes you feel real good. Now, the belt, that ain't my deal. That belt is between you and Michael Anthony Fitness, my son. By the way, son, because you young enough to be my son, like I tell my son, I brought you into this world, I'll take you out. And Pizzle, I can take your ass out too. You and Michael Anthony Fitness, you do whatever you guys want to do with the belt. But see, this over here is a grown ass man. Now you want something of mine because you understand how precious what these hands right here can do. You want to physically look at something that I made every day. You want to go in there and thank your lucky star. Oh my God, Mark Holmes, his hands built this. He built it. He did this for me. You want me to sign it and give you my name and say I built it just for you? I don't have a problem spreading that mojo. But if we betting that, Joseph Heatherly, what's happening? Son, what you gonna put on the line? Because this is between you and me. Michael ain't got nothing to do with it. The belt ain't got nothing to do with it. I'll be more than happy. We got giant colors still, don't we? I think I've got the Giants. Oh, of course, it's white. That's the easy one. But I got that Giants red. I got the Giants blue, which is slightly different than the Cowboys blue, FYI. Because I go to Home Depot and I can get the exact colors made. If you want to have a blue and white background with red laces, we can do that. If you want to have a blue and red background and a two-face, because that's what you are with Philly 500, two-face. I'm assuming that you want a two-face. We can do that. But what you going to do for me to make it worth my time? What you going to do? You know, sometimes you got to get down and dirty. You got to get in the swamps. And you got to handle your business. And I've been listening to this fool call me out. And since this is the last week of the season for one or both of our teams, we're going to have a little fun this week. We're going to let Pizzle feel like a grown man. Let him try and get me going. Okay? I'm going to let you go. But I want to see what you're willing to give up, dog. I'm willing to bet what you got there that I want to have as a trophy. Get back to me on that one, Pizzle. You swamp rat. All right. So, don't know if everybody is into all of that trash talking and stuff and things, but, you know, we had fun with Philly 500. I'm going to make him do a walk of shame with me at some point this week. Right now, he's still crying. He's still crying right now. And they're also having second thoughts about Hurts and so on. And it's kind of nice to see that whole team implode. Shout out to Joseph Heatherly right there. Joseph is one of the nicest people you will ever meet, but another one of those guys that you don't want to cross. You don't want to cross, because every morning I think about Joseph because of these guys right here, the football gods. A gift from a man, Joseph Heatherly, my brother from another mother right there. And with that being said, I've sent out, Mike, we've sent out probably about 30 more shot glasses, haven't we, over the last week or so?
I mean, we've been sending them out.
Always a lady. Meds for Filthy Philly. There you go. We've sent out a lot of the shot glasses and stuff, and I haven't gotten pictures back to you guys. Please send me a picture. I've got some more. I've got to update to the video. Did not have time tonight to do that, but I appreciate all the support and everything else that you guys have done. We're constantly working on upgrading the studio and getting the set together. Where's my... Oh, there it is. Working on the studio and upgrading and doing different things, trying to bring you better content and everything else. And for this year coming forward, we're going to have a lot more changes that are going to be things that you guys really, really like. There'll be a little bit of something for everybody. He's wincing and hurting. He's wincing, hurting. I love that. What's up, Peoples? Peoples Aguilar, how you doing, my man? Carlos, what's up? Alex G, I just saw someone say Dalton's a proven winner. Oh, my God. Yeah, Alex, that's going on right now.
No, Dalton's playing for another job.
Well, but
that's not guaranteed we're keeping him.
We may not. But here's the thing. If he balls out and somebody, pays him a boatload of money, compensatory pick, you look at where we are this year from letting some of the guys go, we have 10 picks in this year's draft. And that's the way you constantly keep reloading the team, is by getting that talent. Good night, Mark, too. Got to go. Pete, I'll see you later, man. We don't need Dalton. We have Dak. Well, you know, Tiara, you know how it goes. people say, "Oh man, Andy Dalton, you see him slinging that ball yesterday? Yeah, man. You know, let's let that go. We can save some money with Andy Dalton." It's like, okay, here we go. Here we go. But on that note, I want to thank everybody for being here. We're going to go ahead and get our shots ready, and we're going to get ready to get on up out of here. So I appreciate it. And we had 2 new channel members tonight. Make sure that you end up sending me an email so we can get you your shot glasses out there. And if you've gotten one of your shot glasses, please send me a picture with your beautiful smiling face on there so I can add you to the shot glass rack video. Sports Report. I appreciate all the support, and of course, you know, we're going to keep you up to speed on everything that is with the Dallas Cowboys. We'll be watching and looking for reports on Alex Smith, whether or not he's going to be able to play, and any insight to what might happen this weekend. You know, don't give up hope. You know, a lot of times when you think everything is gone to dirt and you've got no chance of stuff, you know, it's the people that give up that are the ones that are the losers. As long as you are fighting, as long as you are trying, you still have a chance. Peace out.
The party's over. They say that all good things things must end. Call it a night. The party's over. And tomorrow and next year starts the same old thing again.